The national media calls him Superman. But around these parts, we call him Blooper Man with all those goddamn bloopers that he be pulling at the end of games. We gonna talk about it. But welcome to the DY Prods channel. I am your guy, DY Fly. What happened to that boy? Hold up. Don't rush me, okay? Don't rush me. We gonna talk about it. We gonna get to it. I already got a big cat on the grill, a Burrow Bengal on the grill, and I probably need a bigger grill. In fact, I need a bigger grill because I need to make room for this JA-17 Buffalo Steak. We need to put him on the grill, okay? But what it do? What happened to that boy? What happened to him? You see it? My boys, we won 13-12 in Buffalo, in inclement weather. Doing it again. Jalen Hitman Hurts getting another dub. We're going to talk about the greatness of my defensive coordinator, Victor John Fangio. We're going to talk about the greatness of my defense. And we're going to talk about my confliction of Nick Sirianni. Nick, we need to talk. All right? We need to talk. But you see it. Josh Allen nutting up in the biggest moment as he does. Everybody's going to talk about, 9 times out of 10, Josh Allen makes that throw. No, he doesn't.
Shut the fuck up.
No, he doesn't. What happened last year against the Chiefs? Huh? Couldn't read the blitz. Spags was in that ass. Josh Allen, it's like we're not watching the same Josh Allen that's been doing this for the last, however, since he's been in the league. We try to dismiss those first 2 years that he's been in the league, but that is a part of him. That's a part of him. And let's just dissect that for a minute. If that's a part of him, that's still in him. That means it can creep back up at any moment. Brian Daboll, he did a good job with extracting the bad stuff and getting the good stuff out of Josh Allen, And since he left, Josh Allen he's been trying to keep it together, but for the past 2 years, he's been kind of unraveling. Yeah, he got that Mickey Mouse ass MVP, right? We all know Lamar should have got it. 40 touchdowns, single-digit interceptions, and then 900 yards on top of that. I don't know what other players ever done that in NFL history, but I digress. He keeps getting labeled as Superman just because he's tall, white, and wears red, white, and blue does not make him Superman, okay? He's just regular quarterback for the Buffalo Bills named Josh Allen. That's it. That's what he does in the biggest moments. And let's just shout out my quarterback for getting it done once again, Jalen Hitman Hurts.
The excellence of execution.
That's right. You see it. James Cook, he doesn't go for 100, so the Buffalo Bills doesn't get the win. I said it going into the game that James Cook, he's the real MVP. Whenever he goes for 100, they basically win. If we shut down the run, we get the win. But you see it. Once you shut him down, it's easy peasy to shut the Buffalo Bills down. The real MVP of that team, James Cook. But the national media, they going to pull out their knee pads. They going to pull out the red and the blue knee pads and give this man digital dome even in a loss. It's nasty work. But let's hear what Colin Cowherd has to say because he's part of the national media and he's part of why the national media is pretty much dead in their credibility. They have no more voice amongst the people. They're just here to be criticized versus a regular guy like me and a regular guy like a Buffalo Bills fan that we're going to listen to give Josh Allen that work. We're going to listen to him, give him that work. But let's hear what Colin Cowherd has to say and the slurpage that you'll hear hit the ground while he's talking. Listen to this.
I don't think he takes that sack if he psychologically believed in his roster.
Wrong.
That's what he does.
I think Josh feels like I've got to make a play. That receiving core is just not good.
That play you mentioned where Josh Allen scrambled around and got sacked, I could kind of live with that. It's like, yeah, Steph Curry's going to miss some 35-foot threes. He takes a lot of them. He makes a lot of those plays into touchdowns. Listen, I think it would be an incredible story. I'm a huge Josh Allen fan. It's hard to watch that team and go, they got 3 victories to the Super Bowl with that roster, the way they play, how dependent they are on him to be Superman, where he's probably 70, 80%, and the roster around him. James Cook is not going to get, I would say, 120 plus yards. I remember a buddy in the league text me, if you sack Josh 7, 8, 9 times, that might as well be 25. Because he's a hard guy to sack. And there were a couple times.
Shut the fuck up!
Shut your raggedy ass up and sit the fuck down.
Shut the fuck up!
What is he talking about? If you sack him 7, 8 times, it's like sacking him 25. Man, shut up. This is why the national media's voice is dead. It carries no weight anymore. But that's what I'm saying, man. They try to blame everybody else except Josh Allen. You saw it. That didn't need to be Justin Jefferson. That didn't need to be ajbrown. That didn't need to be Jamar Chase. That was a wide ass open receiver. That could have been me. Just hit him in the chest, Josh. That's all you need to do. Just hit him in the chest. But he started shaking. His hand started shaking like he got Parkinson's. And Josh has always been a head case. He's always been a head case. And it creeps up from time to time. And it creeped up in this game. And I'm glad it was on the national stage. It was on the national stage for everybody to see. But I will say this. There are some real Buffalo Bills fans, keeping it real. They keeping it funky, and they keeping it a buck. We going to listen to what this guy has to say. I don't know if it's Trainwreck Sports or whatever, but let's hear what he has to say. He's giving a dose of truth about Josh Allen. This is his quarterback. Let's listen to him.
Bills Mafia, you're not going to like me. I love Josh Allen. I think he's the greatest quarterback in the world. He's obviously the reigning MVP, but he cost the Buffalo Bills this game today against the Philadelphia Eagles as they lose 13-12. 7, to your point, could possibly cost them at some point. It does today, but you got to hold Josh accountable. That 2-point conversion, wide open receiver in the back of the end zone. I don't care that it's raining. I don't care that the weather wasn't good today. That is a throw an MVP quarterback has to make 99 out of 100 times. The game is on the line. This is the type of stuff that we've been seeing in the playoffs repeatedly outside of 13 seconds, where when the game is on the line, the Bills offense doesn't execute. He had a guy open. He needs to make that throw. And he missed him. There's no excuse. He didn't have a guy in the face. He had time to make a good throw, and he simply didn't. I don't care about the stats, over 250 yards passing. I don't care that he got his 300th touchdown today. You can say maybe it's a good thing for the Bills because now they avoid possibly Baltimore in the playoffs, depending on what happens next week with Pittsburgh and Baltimore. I don't care. This was a game that, as bad as the Bills played, they could have won. Unacceptable. And even with the amazing season Josh Allen's having, and he's having a great season, and I know he doesn't help at receiver. I know Joe Brady's a horrible signal.
Oh, stop capping. Now he was doing good for a minute. But then he went the national media route, started blaming everybody else, started blaming the offensive line, started blaming the weather, started blaming everybody else. The wide receivers not being good enough, except when they're good enough to win. That's when they're good enough, but whatever. It's Josh Allen making the throws. I guess Josh Allen just throws and catches, huh? When they win. Whatever.
Play caller, I mean. Josh Allen has to get that victory for the Bills. He has to. No excuses. He's Superman. But sometimes you just need him to make the basic throw.
He's Blooper Man around here. He's Blooper Man everywhere. All right? We changed his name to Blooper Man. That's what he is. He's not Superman. He's Blooper Man. All right? It was beautiful to watch. My defense, led by Vic Fangio, he was masterful. I do want to say, shout out to Reed Blankenship. He tried to bring the swag back. Yeah, there you go. Bring it back. You know what? I think he seen my video. I think he seen my short. I think he seen my short. So your boy got a little bit of reach. Just a little. I got a little bit of reach. He has a podcast with the Kingslayer, Cooper DeJean, and they be on the internet, so I'm pretty sure he saw my video. He's trying to bring the swag back. I'm not worried about the defensive swag, though. I'm not worried about the defensive swag. I'm worried about the offense. But you see Josh Allen, another blooper, taking sacks, not hustling for the ball, looking like Cam Newton out there, complaining to the refs. And then Jahad Campbell, maximum carnage, he comes up with a fumble. So shout out to my defense for playing hard. Jalen Hitman Hurts, we're going to talk about him. We're going to talk about him in a second. Even Tom Brady, he got in on this cooking. But you see here, Tom Brady talked a lot about that pass protection on the last Bills drive. Brady on 2nd and 9. Bad protection adjustment there by Josh Allen. He's in control of protections. He wants the line to account for a blitzing linebacker, but he picked the wrong choice. Oh, my God.
Wrong.
Cook him, Tom. That's Josh's responsibility to get that protection straightened out. Oh, my gosh. Listen, but they going to blame everybody else, even though the GOAT, Tom Brady, is telling you that Josh Allen's out here effing up. Yeah, boy. Oh, my gosh. Let's move on. Josh Allen, he's too easy to cook right now, right? Right? Can somebody else take that on? But listen, let's talk about my team. But let's talk about how I was feeling at halftime. We was up 13-0. Our offense was cooking with grease. We was cooking with grease. Everything was flowing. Everything was going right. Our defense, they was laying the lumber, right? We was kicking their ass. And I know a Bills fan, okay? I know a black Bills fan. I know it's rare. I know he's like a unicorn or whatever. But I know him, and I was ready to fire off these texts, all right? I had replies for the replies. We was whooping their ass. We opened up a can of whoop ass on the Buffalo Bills. But at halftime, I had to sit and think to myself that this is going too good. This is too good to be true. So get ready for either some bullshit or NFL production. We got some bullshit. And I have to blame Nick Sirianni for this because this is my theory, okay? I think that Nick saw that our defense was playing lights out. I think somebody else was calling the offense, right? I don't think Kevin Patullo was calling the offense. I think somebody else was calling the offense. And I think Nick Sirianni looked at everything and said, okay, Kevin, I'm going to hand you the keys and just take us home. All right? I'm going to hand you the keys and just take us home. It's just like when you first get your driver's permit and you're riding the car with your parents and they pull over to that school up a couple blocks from the house and y'all switch places and, he says, all right, now take us home, right? We only got a little bit to go. Just take us home. Don't crash the car. Just take us home. Get us home. And I think that's what happened. So you saw the play calling in the second half. He was on that bullshit. And I have to blame Nick because he even kind of alluded to it in the press conference. So, Nick, he has to hold this, man. This isn't good. This isn't good. I'm excited about this defense, though. But Jalen Hitman Hurts, he was cooking. He looked good. He looked spry. He was making quick decisions. He looked good. He looked good. The offense looked good. AJ, he got over 1,000 yards. Devontae should have had over 1,000 yards, but he got his catch taken away or whatever. So the offense looked good, but it wasn't sustained because Kevin Patullo was given the keys. Now, I am a defender of Nick. I do like Nick for this team. I like Nick for this city. And it's the same reason why I like Jalen Hurts for this city is because not everybody's built for Philly. All right. They keep saying, if you place Josh Allen with Philadelphia, he would have had 2-3 championships by now. No, he wouldn't.
Shut the fuck up!
He's not built for Philly. A lot of these guys aren't built for Philly. All right. Jalen Hurts is built for Philly. Nick Sirianni's built for Philly. Okay. But Nick, if he tries to die on the sword for Kevin Patullo, and if we get bounced out of the playoffs because of bad play calling, then I'll probably be upset for a couple hours, but you can't really get mad at something that you already know is the problem. All right. You really can't. It's like, it's right there. We don't need to keep experimenting with him trying to get things right. All right. We're on week 18. We're about to go into the playoffs. Whoever was calling plays in the first half, let them call plays. Okay. Let them call plays. People are like, KP, he needs to adjust in the second half and he needs to adjust to the adjustment to whatever the defense is going. I don't think he was calling the plays. I really don't. I know the camera may have caught him on the sidelines or whatever, but I don't think he was calling plays, yo. The play calling was going how it's been going for the last 2 weeks. And then you saw that same bullshit that, we reverted back to for the rest of the season. So Nick, if he wants to die on this sword, then so be it. He has to go after this season. I am a defender of Nick, But you have to go, Nick. All right, you have to go. You have anything to say for yourself?
I'm the man up in this piece. I run shit here. King Kong ain't got shit on me. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
The defense has been top notch. You know, shout out to Braden Mann for having the game of his life, playing the field position game, just booming kicks left and right, missing, you know, potential block punts. He played the game of his life. Shout out to Braden Mann. I've never been so wrong about an Eagles player and Sidney Brown in my entire life. I really did think Sidney Brown was like that, all right? And you saw another friendly fire from Sidney Brown, and he took out sorry-ass Britton Covey, you know? And maybe this is a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe they could put Jahan Dotson back there. Maybe they could, I don't know, go to the practice squad and give me my wish and put Danny Gray back there. I don't know. Maybe that'll happen. But, you know, thank God for Day-Day, Marcus Epps. The signing of Marcus Epps has been completely just a wonderful signing. You know, he has solidified the back half of this defense. He's bringing the intensity. He has found a scheme that works for him, and it works for us too. You know, before he left, he always was a hit stick type of player and always brought the lumber, but it seems like he's playing within himself. And I will say that Sidney Brown is what I thought Marcus Epps was supposed to be. Okay? Sidney Brown is what I thought Marcus Epps was supposed to be. I think Sidney Brown is more explosive than Marcus Epps, but Marcus Epps is just a better player. Just a better player, plays within the system, makes big plays. He was everywhere. I think he had like 9 tackles or whatever. The defense was awesome. Jalix Hunt, Moro Jomo, Jalencarter came back with a vengeance. You know, he came back. Jahad Campbell, Maximum Carnage, he came, you know, he's making plays. Zach Bond, the bald eagle, making plays. They called a BS call on my boy Quinyon Mitchell. Go! And you already saw the play with Reed Blankenship, but this defense is ready to rock. It's ready to roll. And the last thing I will say is Adoree Jackson, he's making plays. He's got his swag up. I will say, though, Adoree Jackson, finish the play, okay? Finish the play. I know you got your swag back. I know you want to show us that you're making plays and you want to swag after you make the play or whatever, but finish the play. I swear to goodness, if a ball pops up after he makes a play and he's sitting there trying to celebrate and then a receiver catches it and then takes it in for a touchdown in the playoffs, I'm going to have to put a Timberland boot up somebody's ass. There's going to be some furniture moving, man. There's going to be some furniture moving, but he's been playing well. I just want him to finish the play. All right, don't celebrate too early. I think that's about it, man. You know, next week they play against the Redskins. They can sit everybody for real. All the Tanner McKee throat gobblers, you're going to get your wish. He's going to play next week, all right? And you're going to see what this offense looks like with Tanner McKee under the center, okay? The Redskins, I don't want to start anybody. I know our offense hasn't been playing, you know, top notch or whatever. It is what it is at this point. I heard Seth Joyner said that you can't just flip a switch in the playoffs. It's going to have to be like that. We've seen what we can do, but it seems like the switch gets turned off at some point during the game. So I don't know. We're going to have to see if that switch can be turned on for the full game. And I hope devontasmith plays so he can get over 1,000 yards. But other than that, Cam Jurgens, he needs to take a seat. Everybody on the offensive line. Saquon, he looks like he could use a little bit of rest. The defense, let Jeremiah Trotter, all the young guys get some shine or whatever. Let them get some work. The White Rhino, Ty Robinson, let all them guys get some work. Let's just gear up for the playoffs. But that's all I got. But Jalen Hurts going up to Buffalo, getting another dub. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Smoking on your top 5 tonight.
Anything else?
So let me go on record as saying, I am a man's man. I am a champion of champions. Do you people understand? Do you understand? This is what greatness looks like. Take a good look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
This is culturally inappropriate.
That's right. That's all I got. Hit the like button. Don't be anti-like button. Hit it.
Nigga, you gonna get down or you gonna fucking lay down?